What is next for Ian Garry? Well, after defeating Jeff Neal, what is next for him? Well, after defeating Jeff Neal, Ian Garry called out Colby Covington. Now, in this fight, I got Ian Garry, and I'll tell you why, because Colby Covington has not been active at all, and his latest performance against Leon Edwards was completely trash, and Ian Garry had just been improving and has been very active. Now, the next fight for Ian Garry is a fight with Gilbert Burns. This is a great challenge because Gilbert Burns is ranked number 4, but I think Gilbert Burns will absolutely destroy Ian Garry, and I'll tell you why. Because Gilbert Burns has fought many high-ranked fighters, which means that he has way more experience and way more skill than Ian Garry.
Now, I think the UFC and whoever's behind ranking fighters is definitely glazing Ian Garry, because when Ian Garry fought and beat Neil Magny by using those leg kicks very efficiently, he was ranked number 10. And now that he beat Jeff Neal, which by the stats it says that he landed the more significant shots, but I still think that Jeff Neal got robbed in that fight because he was pushing the pace and he had Ian Garry running throughout the cage. So even with that performance, they bumped him up to number 6. It's as if they're purposely pushing that fight with Colby Covington. And there's a reason for that, because the history and storyline between Ian Garry and Colby Covington is there, as both men have been going back and forth, especially Colby Covington involving Ian Garry's wife, but also because Colby Covington hasn't been that active, as from 2020 up until 2024, he's only had one fight every single year, so he's definitely not the most active, and he's definitely not the best competition or challenge in the top 5. So it's as if they want to make Colby Covington as a stepping stone for all the upcoming fighters, as a way to signal to him that maybe his time has already come. So yes, most likely now that Ian Garry is ranked number 6, right behind Colby Covington, and the fact that this fight was talked about before but was never taken seriously because Ian Garry was never ranked anywhere near Colby Covington and he had never fought a top 10 contender, but now that he checks all that off, this fight is guaranteed to be next.